Welcome to a very special episode of the Iconoblast podcast. On this bonus episode, we're going to be fulfilling a listener request.
Yeah, a lot of listeners.
Which is an ASMR style bedtime story for everyone at home to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
And just to...
What should we call it? Like Iconoblast bedtime stories? This is Iconoblast temporary name. Iconoblast bedtime stories number 1.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
We'll let our listeners decide what the show's called.
Yeah.
But for this episode, just to get everybody in the mood, Joel's in bed, ready to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting right next to him, and I'm going to read him a bedtime story, which is a callback to one of our previous episodes, oddly one of our least listened to episodes.
I kind of think it's because of the title.
Yeah, it was Farts Part 2.
Fart Part 2.
Or Flatulence Fart 2.
Fart 1, Fart 2, or something like that.
Fart 1 and Fart 2, but we will be reading...
What were those episodes about?
Farts.
But wasn't one more specifically about a man?
One was more specifically about a man.
Wait, should we not reveal it?
And that man was named Joseph Pujol, a.k.a. Le Pétomane.
Oh, Le Pétomane.
In French, that means the fart maniac. So we'll be reading an excerpt from a journal purportedly from the assistant of Joseph Pujol.
Yeah.
And without further ado, I give you L'assistant du grand taureau hurlant, or the assistant of the great bellowing bull. So settle in and get comfortable.
Yeah, get in bed, get under your blankies.
And prepare for me to...
Did you brush your teeth? Because if you didn't, pause this real quick. Go brush your teeth.
Yeah, make sure you brush your teeth or else you're going to lose teeth like I did.
Floss. Remember to floss. Mouthwash.
Always remember to floss.
Yeah. Get snuggly in the bed. If you're like me, slam like 2 or 3 shots of whiskey. Take sleeping pills.
3 or 4 Ambien, couple shots of whiskey, couple little tokes of weed.
Yeah, that's for you.
And then you're ready to stay awake all night thinking about all the mistakes that you made in the past.
And then eventually you fall asleep.
At around 5 a.m.
While the sun's coming up, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's us. Hopefully this ASMR style podcast will put you to sleep.
Hopefully this will help you get through those...
My voice isn't sexy. Hopefully Coop's sexy voice puts you down.
Sleepless nights that I have many of now for some goddamn reason.
Coop smoking his... We got to make that a pipe.
I tried to find some online. I couldn't find any that...
We're cool.
Yeah.
We'll get you a pipe. The next episode, you need a pipe on this.
Or I'll switch back over to smoking real tobacco like a man.
Okay. Get into it.
L'assistant du grand taureau hurlant, or the assistant of the great bellowing bull. A journal from a young man that worked for Joseph Pujol at the Moulin Rouge. Translated from French by an unknown translator. Excerpt from Journal for Effect. Mid-entry, March 1892. When I was to become an assistant at the Moulin Rouge, I did not expect that my duties would mostly consist of cleaning shitty underpants and lubricating a man's trou de cul.
What does that mean?
I think it means butthole. Now, this first part is written in a different handwriting than the rest of it, and it says, "To those that come next, everything is ash. I am the only one left. I'm sorry about the children.
Oh my God.
I couldn't watch them burn. The fires are closing in. Do not read the journal. God have mercy on our souls." I think we might be opening Pandora's box here.
You're going to keep reading after that?
We have to. We just told the listeners we were going to do this.
I thought this was supposed to help people sleep. This sounds scary, Coopy.
Well, settle in. I like scary stories before bedtime.
Yeah.
February 22nd, 1892. I've never had a journal before, but something happened to me today. Something new. Something different. Because of this, I decided my life may become important enough to document. Maybe I'll be famous. Maybe one day someone will even make a movie about me. Ever since I was a small boy, I wanted to be an actor. I am still small. Malnutrition is funny like that. When I saw the newspapers, saw the actors and performers on the stage at the Moulin Rouge, I wanted to be one. I would try to do little performances for my parents, before Mother left. Papa never liked my performances. He never liked anything I did for that matter. One time he told me I blink like a fairy. Papa would laugh and boo and throw things at me. That's what it will be like, he would shout at me. Actors are soft. You need to be a real man.
Damn.
I would cry and run to my room. My mom would always come and comfort me. Actors don't make enough money unless they're the best, she would say.
Shit.
That is until she left us. Papa has a cough and walks with a limp. He has worked in the coal mine since he was 13.
Damn.
There was a cave-in at the mine once, and Papa got his leg crushed. They thought he wasn't going to make it. But...
What city is this in?
I'm assuming this is in Paris.
Wherever the Moulin Rouge is?
I think that's in Paris.
Okay.
But somehow he healed. A doctor came and put leeches all over his body, even on his pee-pee maker. I guess it worked. I overheard the doctor tell his assistant that it was Papa's grudge with God that kept him from passing over. Now I am 13, like my Papa, and his Papa before him. Turning 13 is a family tradition, apparently.
Hey, don't make fun of them.
Aging is a family tradition, along with raging impotently at the heavens for our cursed lives. For my coming of age, Papa didn't get me a present. He got me a job. A job at the coal mine.
Goddamn right. You need to work, kid.
Yeah, seriously, lazy little shit. I want to be an actor. I hate it. I can't breathe. And if there is a cave-in, I could end up like Papa. And if I end up like Papa, I won't be able to perform at the Moulin Rouge one day.
Oh.
I stretch every day. I still practice my allegros and my arabesque in private. I almost have it perfectly straight. If my Papa knew I still wanted to be a performer, he'd kill me.
Shit.
If he knew I could sing, he'd kill me. To be honest, I've always felt my life would end at his hands.
Oh, fuck. So he's like a closet ballerina singer.
Yeah.
Because his dad's a hard ass.
Maybe if I practice enough, my singing will be so good he might actually like it. Might actually like me. Maybe one day my father would love me the way he loves setting stray dogs on fire. The way he loved Mother.
What a weird sentence. Weird combo. The contrast between the two.
Well, yeah, it is a strange thing to draw a comparison. He loves setting stray dogs on fire the same way he loves his wife. I mean, I guess I can relate to that. I walk to work every day. I haven't had a day off since my birthday. My first one, not my most recent one. Papa says I need to pay half the rent now that I'm a man. I don't feel like a man. I don't have hair in the places Papa does yet. He makes fun of me when I pee. He says I'm small. We live on the 3rd floor of a building. One time, I dumped my pee bucket on a couple walking by our 3rd-story window. I said it was an accident.
He's a little rebellious.
Anyway, I walk to work every day. I leave a little earlier than Papa because I like to take a longer route that allows me to pass the Moulin Rouge. I always look at the posters and the signs to see who will be performing, who will be dancing. This is the only thing that provides me with joy. I have a terrible life. This poor kid.
I know.
And that poor stuffed monkey.
Jesus.
Joel always puts himself to sleep with a stuffed monkey.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm getting a blowjob from a stuffed monkey right now.
Drinkin' Bros History Channel on YouTube. This is a history show.
Yeah. This journal's from our history.
Last week on my way to work, I saw a little sign in the window at the marquee. Assistant required. I knocked on the glass until someone came. I asked if I could be the assistant. The man behind the glass asked me a few questions and brought me inside for a short interview. Afterwards, he got dressed and told me to come back later. I was late to work that day. My papa wasn't happy with me. My boss wasn't happy with me either, but I didn't care. I still have a bruise on my cheek from the beating my papa gave me when we got home that night. "Never be late again," he shouted, as he gave me a left jab and a right hook to the face.
Holy shit.
He was a very passionate man. I didn't care that he was mad. I was too excited about the possibility of getting a job at the Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. This boy's facing all his fears.
He is going through hell just to achieve his dreams.
For a ballerina singer, he's pretty tough.
You know what? I think that that's something that we can relate to, is going through hell to achieve our dreams.
Yep. Cheers to that.
Cheers. February 28th, 1892. I walked by the Moulin Rouge on my way to and from work every day and asked if I got the job. And today I found out that I got the job. I will be the assistant for a new act starting next week. I was so excited I went and purchased this journal. I was supposed to buy bread, but I don't care.
Right
Papa
on.
should be home soon, and I will tell him the great news. I'll show him my dancing feet and my singing voice. I will show him my bermantendus and my pirouettes. I will show him I am the best mistake he ever made. Today is the beginning of my new life as a performer at the Moulin Rouge. May 1st, 1892. Note from the translator. Blood is smeared across the page as if the author was writing with a bloody hand, and dried teardrops are sprinkled across the text. Fuck you, Papa. I'm only writing this in my journal so the world finds out how much I fucking hate you. If I wasn't so delicate, I'd kill you, Papa.
Oh.
This poor kid. March 2nd, 1892. I'm still recovering from what Papa did to me. Telling him of my new job at the Moulin Rouge didn't go well.
No, I didn't think it would.
When I told him, he just stared at me blankly. I thought maybe he was in shock, so I showed him my dance moves, and I sang.
Oh, no.
My papa has a bad temper. Mid-pirouette, he stomped on my ankle. I think it's broken. It hurt so bad I fell, and I started to scream. I tried to at least scream in tune, but he cut me off by grabbing me by the throat. He busted my lip open and threw me to the ground. No son of mine is going to be a dancer at the Moulin Rouge.
Fuck.
Papa saying that to me still echoes in my head. You can't dance with a broken leg. You can't act if you're ugly, he said when he split my lip in two with his fists.
Fuck.
My front tooth is missing. I hope it grows back before tomorrow, because tomorrow is my first day at the Moulin Rouge. This kid's a little stupid.
He hopes it grows back his tooth.
Nothing will stop me. March 3rd, 1892. Is it just me, or is this story a little ridiculous?
Hey. I mean, back then you didn't have the internet. He's so poor, he'd probably never even been to a library. He probably thinks he saw his teeth grow.
Twice.
So he probably just assumes it'll grow back. That makes sense.
Yeah, if he was a shark, that would be true.
I'm just saying that he doesn't know better.
Well, yeah, he's French.
French and...
Stupid.
Stupid. Be nice.
Tomato, tomato. March 3rd, 1892. I had to stop 6 times on my way to the Moulin Rouge. It took me twice as long as normal to get there. My stupid ankle is still broken, my stupid lip is still busted, and my stupid tooth hasn't come back yet.
No.
I found a large stupid stick and I used it to help me walk. I walk with a limp, like my stupid papa now.
Oh, no.
When I got within view of the Moulin Rouge, I tried to suck it up and walk normal. I think I pulled it off because when I got there, my boss only made fun of my face.
Holy shit.
I spent most of the day mopping and cleaning. My new boss says the performer I will be assisting comes tomorrow. He also says I need to use the employee bathroom instead of the trash cans.
Dude, you can't make fun of this kid. This is his private journal.
I'm laughing with him, not at him.
Okay. Have some respect.
A ballerina slapped my ass and called me cute as they walked by. I cried. I worked late into the night, and when it was time to leave, I worried that Papa would be waiting for me. I wish Papa understood me the way I understand him. I understand why he hits me and curses at me and tells me I am weak.
Fuck.
He just wants what's best for me.
Oh.
He's a good papa, a good father. He's a hard worker and always puts food on the table. He just wants what's best for me, right?
Yeah, of course he does.
I wasn't born to be buried alive in some cave like the other boys at the coal mine. I'm different. I'm special. I'm meant for the stage. Papa says I have my mother's frame. The nights are strangely quiet now. A year ago, our neighborhood was full of stray dogs. There seems to be less of them since Mother left. The door was locked when I got home. I could smell Papa's beef stew cooking. I never see him buy groceries. Papa wouldn't normally lock the door if I was late coming home. I was afraid to knock. There was a note attached to the door. Papa can't read or write. I already knew what it was going to be. I'm sleeping in the street tonight. When I left the apartment building, I looked up at our third floor kitchen window. I could see Papa's silhouette as he ate his stew. I could almost make out the smell. Onions and wet fur. I imagined he had a tear in his eye. I imagined that this was hard on him. When Mother left us, I saw Papa cry a single tear. He wiped it away, beat me severely, and that was the last we spoke of it. It's my fault she left. I remember the first time Mother showed me her makeup. She let me put on lipstick. I liked that. Papa beat me severely, and that was the last we spoke of it.
This kid has a horrible life.
He has a very horrible life.
He's not giving up hope.
I found a cozy alley corner to sleep in for the night. I almost froze to death. I wonder if the performer I assist will let me wear makeup. This kid sounds like he has a little bit of ADD. Just kind of all over the place.
Or a little,
Yeah, well, I mean, his dad probably started beating the shit out of him at birth, so...
So he's a little bagoo.
Just a little bagoo.
Yeah. That's okay, though. Proud of him.
March 4th, 1892. I didn't sleep a wink. I think my ankle is infected, and I might have frostbite.
Oh, fuck.
Writing in this journal last night was the only thing that kept me alive. Am I alive? Did I die in the alley last night? I feel so weird and out of it. I haven't eaten in a while. What time is it? I watch the sun rise as I tried to get the feeling back in my foot. I feel the warmth of the sun as it rises over the city skyline. I take off my shoe, then my sock. My foot looks like a blue rock.
Oh, fuck.
This can't be good. I tried to wiggle my toes, but they don't move.
Oh, no.
The sun feels good on my face. Feels like God is telling me everything is going to be okay.
He's very optimistic, positive person.
I accidentally broke my pinky toe off. Oh, fuck.
What?
I immediately put my sock back on and tucked my toe into my pantaloon pocket.
What?
I
forgot about this.
I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach and I barfed. Shit, I got some on my pants. I was going to be late, so I limped my way to the Moulin Rouge. I was excited to meet the performer I was going to assist. I was nervous. Hidden within my pantaloon pocket, I twirled my pinky toe through my fingers. It was still hard as a rock. Spinning it around in my pocket somehow calmed me down. Who will it be? La Galoo? Or maybe I will assist Miss Jenny. Could you imagine? Oh, woe is me. Maybe Miss Jenny will let me try on her can-can dress. Never mind. Boys don't get to wear dresses. I took a deep breath, standing outside of the Moulin Rouge. Barf on my pants, frozen pinky toe in my pocket, frozen left foot, broken right ankle, busted lip, and a missing front tooth. This is my time to shine.
Oh, you get a sip of that? Thanks, Coop. Oh, cinnamon whiskey. This kid is going for the gold right now.
March 5th, 1892. Hello, Journal. It's me again. How are you? You're a journal. You don't have feelings. But I do. And I don't know how to feel right now. It's a mixed bag of emotions. I should be ecstatic. I work at the Moulin Rouge. I'm not depressed either, even though another toe fell off.
Fuck.
Maybe melancholy? Yeah, maybe that's what I feel. Melancholy.
So he's missing 2 toes now.
Two toes so far. I have a feeling things are going to get a little bit worse for this poor kid.
Yeah, frostbite's no joke.
I took a blanket from the props closet and snuck into the attic. I lost my pinky toe somewhere today, but that's okay. I have my middle toe to spin through my fingers now. My foot is bad. It hurts so much that I forget my ankle is broken. I mean, that's kind of a...
He's so positive.
He is really positive.
He's an optimist.
I should tell someone, but I'm afraid I'll lose my job at the Moulin Rouge. I met... Note from translator. I believe the author fell asleep while writing. Mid-sentence, the writing stopped, and a scribbled line crosses the page, blurred by what I assume to be drool. I remember when I was young, I would also do this, but usually from drinking too much whiskey. I met my performer today, and it's not what you would think. He's not a singer or a dancer. He's not one of the famous performers I look up to. He's not anything like Miss Jenny or La Galoo at all. His name is Joseph Pujol, but everyone calls him Le Pédamain. He makes music with his butthole.
Fucking Le Pédamain, dude.
True story. Go back and listen to our fart episodes.
Yep. It's a real thing. Wait, let's talk about that for 1 second. It's a real thing, this person.
It's very much a real thing. Back at the turn of the century, the highest paid performer at the Moulin Rouge was a French guy who would imitate animals with his butthole. But that's not the only thing he would do with his butthole to make money, which a lot of people were doing things with their buttholes to make money back then.
Yeah.
But what he would do is he would blow out candles, he would play ocarinas, he would imitate animal noises.
There's even video.
There is video of
shot by
Thomas Edison.
Thomas
Edison holds the copyright on a video of a French guy blowing out candles with his asshole. That's a callback to not only our previous fart episodes, that's a callback to our podcast promo.
Yeah, and you can actually, if you just search Lepetamine Edison video, it'll come right up, and you can actually watch the video.
You can find videos, and you can find a single surviving recording.
An audio recording.
Of Lepetamine.
Yeah, that's the funny thing with Edison was so weird, like, because his, back then, video didn't have audio. So he recorded a guy farting with no sound, which is super weird.
It's a tragedy, if you ask me.
I think it is, too.
At least we have one surviving audio recording of Lepetamine doing his art.
Well, we also have your reenactment in one of the episodes.
Once again, you can go back and listen to our previous episodes about the history of farts. I think they're some of the best episodes that we've done.
Me too. They're the most fun.
Oh, I had a lot of fun doing that. I had way too much fun doing that.
There's a lot more interesting things in the history of farts than you think. That's the crazy part.
Farts have been extremely influential on the history of life in general.
And that's how we,
Dinosaur farts helped warm the globe.
Yeah. And that's how we know Bud McAllister.
That's how we know Bud McAllister.
Rest in peace, or not. Please continue.
Note from the translator, December 8th, 2020. Lepetamine roughly translates to the following: the fart man, fart maniac, or fartomaniac, or maybe the crazy farter, fart crazy, or fart lunatic. Joseph Fartomaniac Pujol has a nice ring to it, so I guess that's what I think the closest translation would be. But what do I know? I don't speak French. Excellent translator. March 10th, 1892. It's been a week since I wrote my story. I've been so busy assisting Mr. Lepetamine that I haven't had much time to write. I was very confused at first, but now I'm beginning to understand. I was allowed to sit in on a dry run of Mr. Lepetamine's performance. Dry is a bit of a misnomer, but wet or dry, I do have to say it's quite a show. He can fart on command, and he can sing with his ass. You would think you would be disgusted, but it's so bizarre you can't help but watch and listen. When I was to become an assistant at the Moulin Rouge, I did not expect that my duties would mostly consist of cleaning shitty underpants and lubricating a man's asshole. But hey, here I am at the Moulin Rouge. Our first performance is this Friday.
Made it, dude. He fucking made it.
We are the opening act.
Woo!
Dude,
our boy made it, dude.
It's a rags to riches story. It's
really
beautiful.
Is. It really is.
Okay, Journal. Now for the bad news. Lepetamine found out about my foot. It was the smell that gave it away. I was surprised he can smell anything besides the lingering melange of his performances. Since I was basically living at the Moulin Rouge now, hiding in the attic, stealing food, staying warm from the cold winter, I was not able to keep my foot frozen. When it finally thawed, boy did it have a stink. I was able to blame it on Mr. Lepetamine's behind, but that only bought me a day. He sent me to the doctor. They cut off my entire foot.
Oh, fuck.
The doctor says it's a miracle I'm alive. I am still recovering, and I should be healed in time to help with Mr. Lepetamine's first performance. This kid just has no quit in him.
Doesn't know
no
the word.
Quit.
Doesn't know the word quit.
Well, that's probably because he's illiterate.
Whatever the reason, I love him for it.
Note from translator, December 9th, 2020. The sheer willpower of this child is beyond measure. It really is a miracle he survived, even just from a medical standpoint. Med tech from the 1800s was nothing like it is today. This boy should have died from his broken ankle getting infected, much less the frostbite. He really inspires me, and should inspire you.
I'm inspired.
Maybe I could be a dancer.
Oh, shit. The translator is getting juiced.
I am too.
Coop, maybe you could be a dancer.
Oh, God, just not with these big bulky knees that I have.
You can barely walk.
March 14th, 1892. It's the day before our first performance. I hop around on my broken ankle. It hurts, but I manage. Lots to do. Lots of le pantalon de caca to clean. That's what Mr. Le Pédamain calls them.
Le pantalon de caca.
Le pantalon de caca. Translator's note. Le pantalon de caca is simply poop pants. And I thought he didn't speak French. Mr. Le Pédamain doesn't eat the day before a performance. That way... God damn it. Mr. Le Pédamain doesn't eat the day before a performance. That way he won't accidentally shit himself while he sings with his butt. He also has a special pair of underwear and a fancy suit he only wears on performance days. I stare at it sometimes. Imagine what it would be like to wear it. Mr. Le Pédamain is nice to me. I look up to him like a father. Like a new papa. I haven't seen my real papa since the night he left me a note and locked me out of our home and ate dinner without me. I pull the crumpled note from my pocket. It's 2 stick figures, one beating the other. I could tell which one was meant to be me. Papa always drew himself with an erection.
Dumb.
I miss Papa's beef stew. I think Mr. Le Pédamain knows I'm secretly living here, but he doesn't say anything or tell anyone.
He's a good man.
That's nice of him. Because of this, I work harder for him. Translator's note. There are drawings on the edge of the page that are similar to the description of his father's note, except in these, the stick figure with the erection is the one getting the beatings. Oh, how the tables have turned. I haven't been able to dance since Papa broke my ankle. My lip healed poorly, split up the middle. It's hard to hide my missing tooth, and it's hard to say words that start with the letter M. The ballerinas call me Quasimodo. I said it had a nice ring to it. For some reason, that made the ballerinas laugh at me. I think they like me. Le Pédamain and Quasimodo.
Fuck.
Okay, that's a highbrow fucking joke right there. Quasimodo has a nice ring to it. Yeah, the scholars in the audience are going to get that one. I am in my attic now as I write this. I think about everything we've been through, journal.
He doesn't know who Quasimodo is.
No, he has no idea. I am in my attic now as I write this. I think about everything we've been through, journal. I'm glad I bought you instead of bread, and I am glad I have someone like you to talk to. I don't think I would have made it this far without you. Note from the translator. I don't think I would have made it this far without you either, journal. I signed up for a ballet class. My first day is Friday. Fuck you, Dad.
Yes.
Fucking going for it. This kid is inspiring.
Dude, he's got the translator going for it. Love it.
March 15th, 1892. Mr. Le Pédamain is beside himself with grief. He is shouting and breaking things near him. A clock, a vase, wind. He breaks wind as he breaks things. His anus snorts and bellows like an angry bull.
This kid's funny, dude.
I try to calm him down. I make him sit and take deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the ass. I wipe down his buttocks. I tell him I am proud of him. I'm proud of how clean his underwear are. I tickle his ears and I wax his mustache. Everything that usually works. He is saying something about how the acoustics are all wrong. He is saying things like he's ruined, he's done for. I didn't think it was that bad. The problem was, people in the back couldn't hear his farts once the crowd started laughing. Even when it was dead silent, it was hard to hear the more delicate notes. The Moulin Rouge stage was huge, and Mr. Lepedemain was but a man. I watched Mr. Lepedemain prepare himself backstage before his performance started. I had finished my duties, prepped his clothes, lubed his butthole. I told him his mustache looked perfect. I asked him if he was going to perform the new chicken and cow sounds he was working on. He said no, that they were years away from being ready for the public.
Shit. This is serious business.
I remember hearing the crowd call his name. Before walking on stage, he turned to me and said, "Call me Joseph." Then he winked at me twice, once with his eye, then turned and walked through the curtain. Note from the translator, December 13th, 2020. I sprained my ankle on my first day at ballerina class. One of the other ballerinas made fun of my plie, so I took a swing at her. I missed, but the teacher kicked me out. As I walked backwards out of the room, flipping everyone off, I fell down the stairs.
Oh, shit.
Man, it hurt, but I thought of this journal I'm translating and what this boy went through to make it to the Moulin Rouge. So I toughened up and finished the class. I think it went well, but I don't know if I'm cut out to be a dancer. I'm definitely not a natural. Note from the editor. I have attempted to determine whether this document is written in past or present tense. I have since said, fuck it. March 16th, 1892. The boss came and asked Mr. Mr. Joseph, if he could fart louder. I will try, Mr. Joseph said. I was worried. For a small crowd, his farts were perfect, but for an audience the size of the Moulin Rouge, it was just too big for his little butt. His next show is only a few days away. If Joseph bombed another performance, he would never take the stage again, and I would lose my job. I wish there was something I could do. I worked up the courage to ask a ballerina out on a date today. Her name is Anastasi, but everyone calls her Anna. She said no.
Oh.
She told me to say Mamma Mia, but because of my lip, I couldn't. She laughed at me. I liked Anna a lot, but now I hate her, and I wish she was dead. March 19th, 1892. It's Wednesday. Note from the editor. March 19th, 1892 was a Saturday.
Okay.
Anna is performing with the rest of the girls on stage. My ankle is healed, but my other foot hasn't grown back, so I can't do the can-can. I'll never be a dancer like Anna. I hate her. Friday is my show. Mr. Joseph and I will be opening for Anna again on Friday. Anna and the other ballerinas show is so good they have 2 shows a week. I stare at Anna while she spins. She's good at dancing, but I would have been even better. She has nice long legs, muscular. Her lips are red. I like her long golden hair. She smells good when she passes me backstage. Sometimes you can see her butt when she spins. It's almost as nice as Mr. Joseph's. My pee-pee maker grows in my pants for the first time. It feels good. I want to do to her what Papa used to do to Mother. Not the hitting, the other stuff.
Jesus.
But maybe the hitting too.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
This kid's fucked up.
I'm confused. I hate Anna. She makes fun of me. I want her and I hate her. I ran to my attic. My pee-pee maker's still big and hard. Well, big for me. Not like Papa or Mr. Joseph. I'll be back later. Note from the translator. This next entry was hard to make out, but I'm pretty sure this kid jerked off all over it, probably on accident. Poor kid didn't find out about yanking the ding-dong until he was 13. I guess maybe I started young? I haven't jerked off in years. Maybe it's time I started again. Maybe I'll think of Anna too. Note from the editor. This entry was hard to edit as the pages appear to have been glued together. Once long ago and again very recently. Syntax may suffer as a result. March 20th, 1892. Journal, this is just between you and me. Last night, I kept playing with my pee-pee maker, and something came out that wasn't pee.
Oh, no.
It didn't taste like pee either.
Oh, God.
I felt so good, so I did it again. And again. I think of Anna when I do it. Note from translator. Me too, kid. Me too. Today I snuck to where the ballerinas get ready, and I watched Anna undress. This was my first time seeing a naked woman. She caught me, so I ran. At least, that's what I call it. Anna laughed as I flopped and rolled away.
Oh, God.
I'm faster if I roll. I stumbled and fell into a bunch of the band's instruments and cases and stands. They fell over the top of me, hiding me. I watched from under a trombone as Anna passed by. She was still getting dressed as she ran after me. She had perfect breasts, just like Mother.
Oh, God.
They even looked good from my side. I liked the way they bounced when she ran. She looks a lot like my mother. I hate her. I let out a sigh after she passed me. The trombone echoed my sigh back to me. I went to my room and touched myself, thinking of Anna naked. I don't know how to sex, but I want to. I'm probably really good at it. March 21st, 1892. I did it. I saved the day. It was the trombone that gave me the idea. Mr. Joseph told me to sit in the crowd towards the back, and if I couldn't hear his singing buttocks, to give him a thumbs down, and he would try to fart louder. The announcer walked out onto the stage and started shouting through a large cone. This amplified his voice and really got the attention of the audience. He introduced the first act of the night, Joseph Le Pédamain Pujol. I watched as the announcer sat in his little chair on the side of the stage, hidden in the dark, cone in his hand. Mr. Joseph, in his fancy outfit and perfect mustache, entered the stage. He began his first trick. He sets a candle on a stool, lights it, then blows it out with a fart. The audience laughs. He begins to sing with his butt. The crowd cheers. Then, just like last time, the singing can no longer be heard.
Oh, no.
I give Mr. Joseph the thumbs down. He notices it and tries to fart louder. He shits himself. I need to do something. I run for the stage. I see a little stain on his pantaloons start to form. I see his face. He wants to give up. I punch the announcer in the face, just like my papa taught me.
Yes.
Left
Yes.
jab, right hook.
Yes.
I take his announcer cone and run on stage. The lights are bright. The crowd is laughing. The crowd is massive. I can't believe I'm finally on stage at the Moulin Rouge. Mr. Joseph is confused. He looks lost. He might even cry. His bellowing bull turns into a whimpering dog. He was in some sort of shock, thinking his career as a fartiste was over. I walk up and firmly place the cone against the quickly growing tache de la merde on his pantalon de caca. I nod at him. He nods at me. Then Joseph leans over, and the bellowing bull sings. And there I was, performing at the Moulin Rouge, before a roaring crowd of people. I knew I would make it here. I knew it. I imagined I saw my mother in the crowd watching me, proud of me. I imagined I saw my father watching me, still not proud of me, but watching anyway. No foot, broken ankle, missing teeth, fucked up lip, but here I am, on stage at the Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Joseph sang beautifully that night. The cone worked. The whole crowd could hear his ass, no matter how much they laughed, no matter how much they cheered. His butt was heard by all. We were a hit. August 8th. August 8th, 1895. It's been 3 years since I wrote in here. Stupid fucking journal. Lepetamain is the #1 act at the Moulin Rouge now. He's the headliner. The newspaper says he's the highest paid actor at the Moulin Rouge now, too. I heard that Thomas Edison came there and recorded his performance. Fuck the Moulin Rouge. They fired me that night I punched the announcer. I never even got to say goodbye to Lepetamain. Or to Anna. But I'm happy for Lepetamain. He was nice to me. I wonder who lubes his butthole now.
No, he got fired?
Note from the translator. This next entry is the last from this journal. He never said his name or his father's name. I haven't been able to find any records of him working at the Moulin Rouge. I hope he found peace. I understand what he did. I believe that if I was in his shoes, I would do the same. November 27th, 1930. Hi, Journal. Long time no see. Fuck you. I killed Anna. I killed my old boss. I burned down the Moulin Rouge. I have a son now. If he ever wants to be an actor or a dancer, I'll break his fucking legs.
Oh no, he became his dad.
Note from the translator. After the Moulin Rouge was burned down in 1915, they rebuilt it. I am standing outside of it right now. I have a lighter in my pocket and a can of gasoline. I'm burning this place back down. Down to the ground. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for that poor boy whose life was ruined. I'm doing it for Lepetamain. They didn't even put him in the fucking Moulin Rouge movie when it came out. Fuck this place. New note from a friend of the translator. When I found this, I knew why he burned down the Moulin Rouge. He hated his job as a translator. His boss was mean, and he honestly wasn't a very good translator. He wanted to be a dancer, but he was so fucking uncoordinated. I never got to tell him I loved him. That he didn't need to be a dancer. He was already perfect. I burned down the building where he worked as a translator. Fuck that place.
Holy shit.
Note from the editor. I am about to, or I am going to, burn alive in my home. Either expression is correct. That's for the history nerds out there. It's almost a true quote from some historical source. And if anybody can send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube saying what that quote comes from.
What is the quote?
I am about to, or I am going to. Well, it's not an exact quote, but what is this quote based on?
Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
How does it go?
It goes, I am about to, or I am going to, burn alive in my home. Either expression is correct. The real quote is, I am about to, or I am going to die. Either expression is correct. Note from the police department. This journal has been submitted as evidence in a string of unsolved arsons. Previous owners believe it is cursed and causes people to burn things. It will now be placed in a steel vault in the bottom of our police station. Fox News at 10. This just in, the local police department was burned down last night. All that remains was a journal from a young boy who worked at the Moulin Rouge. Do you smell that? Something's burning. Fuck this, cut to commercial. This final entry is in a completely different handwriting. Hello? I couldn't help but read the journal, despite the warnings. Everything I touch burns. I am in my car. I am running out of gas. If I stop, the fire will catch me. It's a wall. A wall of fire burning everything in sight. I can't seem to outrun it. I can't seem to get rid of the journal. Just throw it out the window? No. The car stalled and I rolled to a stop. I hold the journal close to my chest. I've accepted my fate.
Shit.
The end.
Coop, do you smell that?
It smells like something's burning.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, fuck. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm stuck.
Coop, get out of there!
I'm trying.